Well, go on, everybody. Lennox here from Simple 123 Trader. Welcome to the Tuesday morning session of the weekly live trading. We're just a minute away from the start of the open, and we will hear the bell that signals the battle has begun in a moment here. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate your attendance and hope you get a little bit of learning out of this. We're here to learn.
There's the
Here we
bell.
go. The battle is on. We're here to learn. We're here to earn. So hopefully we can accommodate both of those this morning. So let's see where this opens. I'm on the hourly time frame, looking at the IWM, and expected move was to the downside, and you can see that's what's happening. So I'm going to drop down to a lower time frame to the 15, quite the gap down, 5 minute, quite the drop down. And right away, I can see the pattern here on the 15-minute time frame. We've dropped right down to the base. So I'm not really expecting continued down too much because of the fact that we've completed our structure here practically. So let's go down to the 1 minute and see how it looks. So don't know if I'd be chasing this to the downside at this point, is my take on it. So I'm going to put a couple moving averages on just to get an idea what they're saying. I'm going to put the moving average 8, 21, and 50. And I'm going to put 4 of them on. Just okay. So we're getting a break above. So that's a buy right away on that with a stop below. That would be the play right there. So let me just do this. 8, the 21, $55, and pink, the 199. Well, okay, all right. So it opened up, broke above. Make this a little bigger here. Okay, so right away it's a fake out. That would have been a stop out already. So that's a nice little fake out move there. All right, so we'd have to be patient and wait. So what we'll do is be patient and wait out 1, 2, 3 to go. So we had a little 1, 2, 3 there because that's what it is, but it did not continue. So now we get a 1, 2, 3 the opposite way. So we're getting 1, 2, 3 this way now. And so we have to wait. So is it going to be complete weakness going down? I still don't want to chase it to the downside at this point because of the fact that, again, I have a 1, 2, 3 coming down. But there is a 1, 2, 3 here as well. So that we could go a little further down, of course. It's a matter of being a little patient here. We'll see how it plays out. Take a look at the VXX. Wow, okay. So that one's worked out nicely, George.
Yeah.
VXX on the hourly. So was looking for, yeah, we've got some options in this guy and is looking for this move to the upside to break these highs here. So it's doing just that. First, we need to get above that. So All right, so IWM on the hourly pushing down. So where's our support? Our next line of defense is, we were there, would be here. So we could get there.
Yeah, I'm on the spies and they're struggling going to the downside. They made a low of 430.77. Trying to retrace a little bit. I'm still only on a 10-minute time frame at this point.
Okay, so I'm still not wanting to chase this to the downside. I'm kind of looking for a turnaround here. Let me just put the fib extensions on and see what we're getting for this move down. I gotta put some more numbers in there. Still going down. Okay, so 1.278, 2.22, 3, 3.24, 4.618. Yeah. Okay. So back to the one. All right, so not that great of a move to be buying puts at this point. So you can see the distance is not that great from entry to here.
No,
So I'd be looking for a turnaround play still.
I'm definitely looking for a turnaround, but it's not there yet at this point. We are extremely close to a turnaround, though.
Okay, so well, I'm not paying attention here. It's broken above. So that again, there's an opportunity for a play to the upside. So I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm getting it up.
I was I was in Thinkorswim there just for a moment. So just missed that. See how fast that is. Wow, that's amazing. So that was the opportunity right there to enter on that. So there is a 1, 2, 3 right there, and that was the opportunity. So let's see if we get a little bit of a pullback. And well, where are we at? 188.
What are you looking at? 201s?
Let's see here.
200s are 7.
IWM for tomorrow. 20 seconds. See how fast that is. So
Well,
that's
actually,
unfortunate.
I'm looking at the expiration for today.
There is no expiration today, is there?
Yeah, the 22nd.
Oh, I didn't realize they had the expiration still for today. I thought they put it over
Yeah,
to
I
tomorrow.
know.
Okay. Yeah, it's for the 22nd today. Then we're at 198. So where's 200? 200 is way up here. So 199.
201s are going for 40 cents right now. $37 coming down.
I would think if any, the 200 would be the,
Yeah,
yeah,
200
that's
looks
even a
pretty
bit
good.
far.
They're at 68 right now.
That's a bit far away still. I'd much prefer to go for the 100s. Well, the 199s, I should say. So
Pardon?
I'm going to, the 199s I would prefer at this point, I would think. So I'm just going to wait for a little bit of a pullback and then jump into the 199s. for
Right
as
now,
little as possible.
$1.09. Still could go lower.
Okay, so I just bought the 199. So we'll see if we continue up. If it breaks this low, then I'll pick up a few more. But if not, I'll just stay with it. So we're getting a move that which should take us back up. We could break this low still because you know from up here it still looks like we could have one more push below. So I'm buying one now, but I'll buy more if we break the low. It looks like we're going to do that. So that would complete this structure if we break that low. And then we go again. So the objective of the game here is to try to get into a quick play by finding a 1, 2, 3, jump in, make it to your target, and our structure would be like this. So make it to our target and take some profits off. You can even leave one, or say if you buy say 3, you take a couple of them off here and then let the other one just run to the next target. So that's the kind of that's basically the objective of the game. So, and try to do that within the first hour of the morning, and that's it. So we should get something like this. So take a couple off here, let the other one run, and that's it. We're done for the day. You don't have to play anymore. So that's the objective of this. And the second objective is to show you how the 1, 2, 3 forms at this level on the 1 minute time frame, so you can see the structure and apply this to higher time frames where you can make even better profit. I mean, not better profit, but you can make profits as well on those higher time frames. For example, we can definitely look at this on the daily time frame, for instance, and it's the same principle that's playing out. Let me get rid of this. The only difference is that this takes a lot longer to play. So we get a 1, 2, 3 here, down. There's our structure. We get another 1, 2, 3 going back up. Yet another 1, 2, 3 coming back down. So we were at the point where we should be turning back to go up. Whether we're in a structure like this at this time, could be, and we're pushing back to the upside. That would be but it's the same type of structure that we're looking at on the 1 minute time frame, just that this takes days on days and days and days to form. And so in this case up here, we had a 1, 2, 3 top, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days it took for that to form. So if you can be patient and wait for 6 days, just like what we did, waiting for 6 minutes or 3 minutes or 5 minutes on the lower time frame, you can take advantage of these moves. So 6 days, you get into your trade anywhere in this area, anywhere in here, and ideally seeing a green bar breaking a red bar, and then you can go down to your target area in a matter of say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days, 9 days, 10 days. So depending on how you want to do that. So that's the basic gist of it. Okay, so all right, so let's see if this is going to continue pushing to the upside, or it's either it's going to continue pushing to the upside, or we're going to get into, like I say, we could still come down one more time. It's still looking a little bit suspect, but if I get this push, I'll take some off right away. If I get this push to 199.
I'm showing
Because
bullish divergence at this point.
because it's expiration day, we don't want to buy an option that's too far away, like the 200, because it might, just linger and so forth. So it's better for us to buy something a little tighter, to closer to where we're getting in. That would bode well for our play. So time is of the essence. So we want to be a little closer to our entry. Okay.
I've got some strength coming in now.
Hopefully it'll make it there. We'll see. We can tell as well. We can put the fibs on to see if we're going to make it. If we know where price will take us, and you can see I'll be looking to go to 2.618 would be my target. So just a little above about 199.50 in that area. So that'll be my target for that move. Even say 2% wouldn't be too bad. 2% to 2.712 with 2.272, I should say. So here or here would be alternates. So it all depends on how this moves and plays out. So we've got a double 1, 2, 3 now. We're pushing into the third wave up. So we should come up into this area where I can take some profit.
Yeah, it's moving up nicely.
So that is the whole plan of attack. So for those who are here for the first time and not
Yeah, we're trying to close that gap now.
you don't have access to your microphones. If you have any questions, you can write them in the chat, and we'll try to help you out. For those who are here with us as members, you have access to your microphones. If you have any questions, you may ask away and so forth. Okay, so that's the whole, again, the entire objective. Try to get in, find a 1, 2, 3, and move. So I did not jump into the move to the downside because I felt that the key was our structure had played out to the downside. So we were in the area where we should be turning around. Of course, there could have still been one more push to the downside here, but it looks like there's a lot of strength, and that's given us this push to the upside. So take advantage of that by jumping into the options at this level. And so
it looks like the gaps are almost closed there, or are in the process of closing now, especially if we get a close above 199.06.
So we're at 200% now. So it's my options are already almost over 40% up. I've reached 199.
We closed the gap.
So I'll see if we can stretch it up to 2.618. That would be the ideal. So I'm going to watch this one closely. Last week on Friday, I didn't watch closely enough, and I missed out on taking the profit, so I'm not going to do that today. See if we can make it to 2.27. Okay, we're almost there.
By the way, the SPYs are following suit, and they made a nice turnaround at 430.49 was the bottom for this morning, and they're almost back to a support area, or support resistance area, I should say, which begins around 434.5, 434.6, we'll call it. Wouldn't be unreasonable to get a little bit of a retrace now on this current up move of IWM.
We should get a good push one more time up into the 2.618. That's the plan of attack here, so we'll see if it does that.
Oh, you're 1, 2. I was on the second 1, 2, 3. I see where
Okay, I took the profit off. I took one off right now because we got to 2.272. So we'll see if the other one will go to the next target.
Okay, I think it's looking like we're getting a little bit of a retrace at this point. See how extensive it is.
Okay, so looks like you're saying, okay, so that means we are at we've hit our third wave, and we're gonna probably do a little bit of a hiccup in here. We could do anything in here, of course, and then we could get one more push, or we could even come back down a little bit further and then go. So this is the most unpredictable part of our structure. So our structure is essentially this structure occurs over and over again in the charts. Just a matter of understanding where we are in it. And right now we're at this level. So this can be unpredictable in here, but you can see it's pushing right through very quickly. So it's not much strength by the bears at this point to stop them. So that makes it nice. Yeah, that's perfect.
So you'd get out about right now.
Nice short retrace.
Yes.
Sorry, Stacy. Go ahead.
Past my 2.618. I'm surprised I got there that quickly. So there we go. Done. So those options now are worth 170, 180. 190. So from got them at 108 to 190, just like that. So 1.08 times 100 shares. I can, that equals $108. So that's why they figure them, and then sell. Oops, sell here. Sorry, my writing is so bad. 1.9, and that's not a colon. Oh, look at that, and it's still going. Wow. So now they're 1.95 times, of course, 100 again. Oops, my mouse is silly here. Okay, that equals $190. Wow, it's still bad. Sorry about that, guys. So that's the kind of move. You know, that's almost a double of your investment in a matter of, I don't know how long that took. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 minutes. Not bad. So that's it. I can just go back to bed now.
You're going back to bed now, huh?
I'm on the western side of Canada. It's 6:55 in the morning. So I'm 55 minutes into the trading day, and my day is basically done. And that's what you can do. That you don't have to stick around and watch the charts anymore. If you can do that, this kind of entry and exits, just like that. This is what it's all about. And like I say, you can do this on any time frame. It doesn't matter whether it's the 1 or the 5 or the 15 or the 30 or the hourly or the 4 hour or the daily or the weekly. It's all the same thing. So just to give you an idea of how I look at the charts, on the month, I start from the monthly time frame, because we want to get a bird's eye view of the chart to see where we have been in the past and where we are currently. So looking at this chart from its way back in the 2000s, we get a 1, 2, 3 here. So 1, 2, 3, what we call the 1, 2, 3 is in Elliott wave terms. I use the Elliott wave theory, and it's an Elliott wave 1, 2. Then we have a move to the third wave. This is Elliott wave 3. So the circles are the Elliott waves, and then we go into this fourth wave, Elliott wave 4, and we go up to the fifth wave, and that's Elliott wave 5. So that is the structure. The structure remains intact, doesn't matter what the time frame. So now the expected move from the fifth wave is to the downside, then back up, and then down again. So in essence, we get a head and shoulders pattern to place here. Now, because we're coming from a low, so our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because we're coming from a low, we should, we get an A here. We can do this probably, A wave, B wave, and we get a C wave. The trajectory should continue back to the upside. But this C wave can be very, very dangerous, because it's usually as long as this third wave is. So they're usually about the same, and so they can be very catastrophic. Going up, it's euphoric, but coming down is catastrophic. So we can see where we are here on the chart. We had a 5, we come down, so that means we're at this point here, and we should move back up again. And then after that, we could be coming all the way back down into this area. So this is what I'm seeing playing out on the larger time frame. Okay, so I take a look at it that way, and then I drop down to the weekly time frame. So what I'm seeing on the monthly time frame is basically we're looking at this chart from an airplane. We're up in the air. You're looking at a coastline. And that's basically how I see it. So I'm just saying how I see it. So this is a coastline. So all these are just little, you know, indentations along the coast. And I'm in an airplane, I'm flying along, and my destination is here. So this is where my landing strip is, the airport, as it were. So I can see the coastline and I can see all this. So by looking at it from that vantage point, I get a good idea of the outline of the coast and what it is, you know, where I've been coming from and where I'm going and where my, you know, where my destination is. Right. So then I drop to the weekly time frame, and I'm always looking for the structure. So here on the weekly time frame, we also get the structure, and it takes us up. Then it comes back down, and you can see it came back down with 1, 2, 3 here, and it's down to this level. So right now it's looking to form a 1, 2, 3 at this point. Whether we're done at this point is the question, or whether we're going to break through one more time to this level and come back down. Could come back down to this support area here. That's totally possible as well. We could to finish a structure. So we're not out of the woods at this point, even though we're getting a little bit of a bounce here. So then I would
1 minute chart, it's just gone below the 50 SMA.
Yeah, I would expect that to be retracing completely now, right? So, okay, so that's on the weekly, I'm looking at that in that way and want to see what's going on. Now my airstrip is right here on that bar. And then I go down to the daily time frame. So I'm getting an idea of where I am overall on the chart. And again, where I am in the structure, the current structure on the weekly now is the key to the whole exercise. So I'm looking at the structure and I know, okay, I'm still at this A wave in the structure, even on this time frame. So same kind of thing, dropping down to the daily time frame. I then get a better picture of what's going on, and I can see this large move down, which has a structure in it as well. So that in essence is a 1-2, or it could be an AB type of a construct. So in Elliott wave, you can have A's and B's or 1s and 2s. So, you know, it could be one or the other here. And then we get another move way down again. And it also consists of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave structure. So is this a fifth wave down in this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave move, which it looks like that's the case. And then this 1, 2 here, it then becomes a 3 at this point. So I'm maybe confusing everybody, but this is kind of, you have to kind of read it. So you have to count the waves. So this is number 3, and then we're at a 4th wave at this point overall. So that means we still have another drop to come. So we're inside of a channel, and we have a 1, 2, 3 here, and I'm looking for this to continue down. Even though we're getting a little bounce today, it's just a little blip. I'm not looking for any moves, huge moves to the upside. Just taking advantage of a little move on the 1 minute time frame to double my money. So it's just like that. So okay, so now this is on the daily time frame. So again, the key thing on the daily right now is that we're in a 4th wave area, and we've got a 1, 2, 3 top that's pushing us to the downside. Okay, so then I drop down to the 4 hours. So I always do this. I go from time frame to time frame. So now I can see it again a little clearer. There's my 1, 2, 3 top, and I'm moving down. So we could be getting a little bit of a retrace of this current move here. We could get a retrace, or we could just keep going. You know, we just a little blip, and we could just keep going. So we can't tell completely until we get down to a little lower level. So we'll go down to the hourly. So let me just go back to the 4 hour real quick. So on the 4 hour, here's the controlling 1, 2, 3 at this point has taken us down to this level. That puts us in this channel, and here we have a 1, 2, 3, and we're pushing out. So we can come back if I do this properly and put. So I mark it up with trend lines, so this really helps. So drop this down. So I put a trend line beneath these guys like that. Let me make sure my magnet is on. Okay, so we could be at this point coming back to test that trend line, and then we're looking for a play to the downside. So on the 4 hour, we can look for this play to the downside. On the daily, you can look for, we could be looking to play this 1, 2, 3 at this point. But you want to get in at a decent, on the daily, your stop would be so wide, you can come down to the lower time frames to get in. If you're looking even to play the daily, you can come down to a lower time frame and get an entry right in the sweet spot area of our move. So we want to get in, in the 50 to 62% area. That's the sweet spot of our 1, 2, 3, and take advantage of that. Instead of having a huge stop here, you can get a little 1, 2, 3 in here, where you can get a very, very tight stop. Compared to putting a stop here, or so you'll see as I go down how that works. So dropping down to the hourly. Again, you can see now, just get these right onto the candles. We're sideways in here, we're broken through, and it's looking rather weak overall. So we have a 1, 2, 3 here on the hourly, and we have come to the bottom of a structure, back down to a semblance of a support area. The real support is here. And we could come back and to touch this level. Could. And before we continue down again, but we'll see how it looks. It's looking pretty weak right now, though, at this point. So we're dropping down. So so we're on the hourly, looking at it now from this time frames. So you can, again, here on the hourly, you can play these 1, 2, 3s, because this is a very shallow retrace. So this is your area of entry on the hourly, very shallow entry right here. On, if I make this bigger, let me make this bigger so we can all see. Okay, so you get a 1, 2, 3 like this. We get a green bar and a red bar, and a red bar breaking the green bar right there. That's a perfect entry in this, with your stop just right here at above. You could, if you wanted to be safe, you could put it safer. You could put your stop above here, in this case. But in either case, in this one, you would not have been stopped out, and that would have been the move to the downside on the hourly. So in a matter of, say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours or so, you could be out of this trade at this level. So that's the exact same principle that we're using down on the 1 minute time frame. So dropping down to the 15-minute time frame. Again, looking at it, we're looking at the 1, 2, 3 from the hourly that's controlling this move down, and that finished the structure at this point. So that's giving us a 1, 2, 3 bottom here now at this level. So you can see our structure has played out to the downside here. So looks like we're done, and we could get this move that takes us back up to this line. This is what I'd be looking for. So I could, okay, so I might have missed my opportunity to be chatting away here coming down. But you can see it's forming a larger 1, 2, 3. So that would have been an opportunity, but when it came back down, to jump back. It was probably back down to the same price I bought it for just moments ago. So going down to the 5-minute time frame, let's take a look. Yeah, so I missed that, George. That move back down is an opportunity to jump back in again, buy those 199s back for the price that I bought them for originally, and then take this 1, 2, 3 now all the way up in a structure that was going to take us up back up to this line. So if that makes sense to everybody, this is the kind of the way you look at the chart. We would look for target right in here for taking some profits off at that point here. So if the price comes back down again, I'll do that. I'll jump in and buy the 199.
On the Lennox, on the 1 minute chart, we're now prices above the 50 moving average.
Okay, so on the 1 minute, we did not break that. Okay, so look, we could come down one more time. Looks like we're gonna might do that. Might. I say might because it's a tie here, and sometimes the structure does not play out. We can come right here, and instead of breaking, it just turns back. So this could be one of those times, or we could still come down. So we'll see. So there's the structure going up, and then we get the structure going down. So are we done? Is the question here, or are we going to come back down one more time? Right. We can also, if we put the fibs on, the fib retracement, we can look at the retracement from here to here, and you can see that we did come right down into the sweet spot area of 61.8 to 50%. So we're right in that area. So this is a good place. So the price is not too bad. So I'm going to buy another one. I'm just gonna, the price is below $1.20 now. So it looks like we might break that low. So let's jump in for one here.
You're about, well, it's about $1.23 right now for the 199s.
To get it for less than $1.20, if at all possible.
Yeah, we're coming down to that area now. $1.16 right now.
Okay, so I just picked one up for $1, I don't know, 15 or 16 in that area, 17 maybe.
Yeah, we're marking at $1.14 right now.
I'm taking a risk here because it is possible that this might not even come back. If we break this level, we could break this and continue down, because I was saying this overall the market's rather weak, so this could all be just a little fake move to the upside. But I'll take that risk and see if we get that push back up. So this is how you know, if you know, like I said, my day was done at this point. However, if we want to watch it still and makes, add to your profits, you can also just follow the structure and continue playing. So
we're moving up now.
So that's the basics of it. And again, when you follow it from the monthly time frame down, you can see on any time frame you can take advantage of the structure and play. So do we have any questions from anyone at all?
I don't have any questions.
Everybody gets this.
No, just watching along.
Yeah, we call this the simple 1, 2, 3 because it is a simple concept. It's a simple concept. It's a very simple thing. The beauty of the 1, 2, 3 is that at every turn in the market, there is a 1, 2, 3. So there's a 1, 2, 3 here. There's a 1, 2, 3 here. There's a 1, 2, 3 here. Even if at this level there's a 1, 2, 3. So that creates the structure. No matter where you are on the chart, it always creates. Even at this point here, where we can't even see anything, it creates a 1, 2, 3. Because if you could go down to the seconds, you would see that. Creates a 1, 2, 3 here. Creates a 1, 2, 3 here, and so on. Creates a 1, 2, 3 here. It's always creating 1, 2, 3. So once you understand where you are in the structure, because in the structure here of this 1, 2, 3 that we're looking at, this 1, 2, 3 here, there are myriads of 1, 2, 3s that are creating this structure. So this is 1, 2, 3 in here, and so on to infinity, basically.
At this point, price is back above the former gapping point.
Okay, so I was in here at around $1.17 or something like that. So it's already at $1.60 now. So we're at $1.60 already. So this is how quickly, this is like no joke stuff. This is just how it works. So in my account, there's my buy, and if I highlight that line, it's at $1.65 right now. Ask, but I was in at $1.17 just moments ago. So it's just that quickly that this increases in price. Find the 199, the 199 calls. It's just amazing. That's all I can say. So once if you can get the structure correct and you can get into your trade, here's a 1, 2, 3 here. Your stop would be like here, and that's it. Minimum your risk is so small. So my entry is here. My risk is just that much. It's nothing to make this kind of gain. So I'm looking for this to break the high and continue to the upside here. So that would be the. So again, once I get to this level, because of course this will be the structure will be playing out here. We'll get a little bit of a hiccup. I can take one off even here, and then just let the other one go. So we're looking for this to break this high. So we're on the 5-minute now. So this would be now 1, 2, 3. So if this plays out, we get something like this to come back up into this area here.
We're close to the 200 point.
Mm-hmm.
A nickel off of it.
And we can do this also for the forex traders. We can do this in the forex market, of course. The same type of thing holds. I'm actually in Bitcoin here right now. Bitcoin is killing me here. Let's see. Come into my case.
The dollar is down at this point.
Okay, so I'm in the Bitcoin trade here. Let me just see where this is going. I was in the Bitcoin trade. There it is. Okay, down 122. All right. So this is an EA. My EA is running right now, and it did a sell at this point here at the low. So not good for the EA to do that at that point, I don't think. Let's see. So coming through, dropping down. And this is a fourth wave actually, so it should turn and come back down once this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is complete, but it might knock me out at this point. So unless I help the EA, we might get stopped out at this point. Stop would have been better, a little higher up. So I have to kind of weigh this and see, do I want to do that? Do I want to meddle with it? So you can see the structure here. And we're at that level, we're pushing up. So we're going to get stopped out at this point, unless I move the stop higher. the safe spot would be above this 200. That would be a good spot here. Give it a little bit of room because the overall structure says we should come back down. If I go to the 5 minute on this. So now you can really see the structure, and we come. So here is an ABC. So that's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is what is playing out. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, ABC, and then it goes into the third wave, and we get up to the fourth wave, and there's A, B, C, D, E, and now it goes into the fifth wave. So it did A, B, C, D, E, and now it goes into the fifth wave, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this should be done. So the thing is, are we done at this point, or do we still have another push to break this high? And if we have a push to break that high, then I could be knocked out of the position, which is very tight there. So we came pretty close already. So I am going to just give it a little bit of breathing room, just because I believe it's going to turn back. So I'm going to put the stop up a little bit to above right there. $189, boom.
You've almost broken the high on the Russell.
Oh, okay.
It's just broken 200 area.
Okay, so
I
on
took
the
some off at this
so here we go in the Forex market, looking at the Russell 2000. So it's a little different, but we have a double 1, 2, 3 bottom, and then another 1, 2, 3 up to this level. So A, B, C, D, E, fourth wave, and now we're pushing in the fifth wave, similar to what we just looked at on the Bitcoin. So same kind of thing. We're pushing up into breaking this level, pushing up into that. So the options are now worth 192. So see if we can get a double out of this one. So you can play this on in the Forex the same way. So get a 1, 2, 3. Whether you're getting on this one, here's your area of entry, or you're getting on this one, here's your area of entry, or you get in on this one, and there's your area of entry is a little smaller in this case. So stop here, stop here. If you're getting in on the first one, your stop would be here. If you're getting in here, you can get in right in there, and you can put your stop right below that bar. Your risk is super small. You can get in right here. Again, your stop is right here. It's very small. You can give it a little bit of room if you want, put it here, that type of thing. So if you're getting in here a little late, again, your area of entry is very small. You can put your stop below these bars. So you limit your risk at this level completely, and that's what it's all about. Keep your risk very small, and then when price moves in your direction, you take advantage of the profits because your risk is so small, you're getting that nice big move. So let's see. So it's doing pretty good there. So let me go back. Okay, so it got to 199, I just noticed. So now it's pulling back. So do I take the profit off at this point? Question. Maybe
yeah, I took some off. I was at 100%.
Off, yeah. Okay. Let me go back down to the 1 minute and take a closer look at it. Okay, so that's quite a pullback already. So let's just take some off. Okay. And we might get another push still. So right now we're just doing that move. We could get one more push. in this structure. So basically what's happening is this 1, 2, 3 is just going to take us up to this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 structure. So this one would become the 3 here, this 2 here, where this 1, 2, 3, 4, and this one becomes the 5 of this guy. So if that everybody sees that, is what's happening. We get a larger 1, 2, 3, but inside of it we get a smaller 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that's taking us up. But this one is controlling the entire move, and this one becomes the 3 for that move, where you have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in between. So
Right now, it's still above the 21 moving average. Just on its line. It's above the 50.
Those moving averages moving here. Okay, so the reason I have the moving averages on, just to kind of give me a gauge of an indication, because they're indicators, right? So just to give me an indication of what price is doing. I want to see you know, price moving above my 20 moving average, my 8 as well. My 8 is the blue. This is my 8, and then my 21, and thought ahead. My 55. Where's my 55? C3 here. Am I losing it? Let's see what this one is. Looks like my 200. Where's my 55 gone? That's my 55. Okay, so the 200 is not showing. Oh, there it is. I'm losing my mind. I've lost my mind, you guys. Okay, so here's my 55. The 200 is way up here. It's just fooling me. There it is. So there's my 199. I call it. I use 199. I like the fib numbers, and that's why I use the like that. So those are fibs. So there.
Slight push back up.
So now we're above the 199 here. Let me just put that back on. 1 sec. So we're above the 199 price. So that's a good sign. When price comes back and bounces off, it's a good sign at that point. And similarly here, when we get a 1, 2, 3 and price breaks above the 21 and the 8, and especially when we get a cross, that's a big sign, and it's above the 55, that's a good sign, and that's what you want. So I use them as gauges, but you don't need to have them, and it's, again, they're just used as gauges. I actually, you know, well, let me get these guys going here. So that's what those are looking like. Okay, so I'm going to put this one on the hourly. So that will give us give me a bird's eye view of what's going on. This one on the 15, because they're all doing the same thing. So they're all basically doing the same movements. So this is just retracing this guy, and that's that whole move. This is on the 15, where we see this whole move down. So we're getting a retrace, but it's going to have to create a larger 1, 2, 3 before it does that. So again, being patient and waiting that out at that point. So right now we're just retracing this move. So we're going to come up and then come back down again, and then go to retrace this move to the upside here. So come back up into this area.
In that consolidation area there.
Seeing how my Bitcoin's doing here. Oh, don't have it up. Okay, so put Bitcoin back on. Okay, so I gave it a little bit of breathing room. I don't want to give it too much room because, you know, down $126, not a huge amount, but so let's put, we're right at that point where we could be or should be turning around, but we'll see.
The IWM is taking off again. Got up to 42 cents. And
so again, we can put the fibs on to see where we're heading. Let me make this smaller. You can see it. Okay, so fib extent. Oh, I do have, okay, I've got the, let me get rid of this guy.
40 cents more, I have it at a 200% area.
And we do the fib extension. So we're doing an extension of this entire move here. And you can see that 1.272 takes us up here. 100% is here. So I would be looking at that for the 100%.
Yeah.
In that area, or just maybe a little bit in between. So,
but it's sort of at a struggle right now.
Well, we know why.
It's in a it's in a point where there's been a lot of price movement.
This looks like the most likely area of, you know, you don't want to push it too much, but maybe back in this area for an exit would be good. Somewhere in here. I give it that whole 100% area for an exit.
I closed out my stuff.
Yeah, I took one off at this point, so I still have one more to go. So we'll see if I'm just doing a, you know, couple here, a couple there. That's basically it at this point. So this could have been it at this point as well, because we did break the top. We did break that level. So we might be done. So this move here has completed the structure. So we could be done. So any move back up might be, you know, best to just get out, and it'll be a double top, or sorry, head and shoulders, and then we're coming back down in a hurry. So that's totally possible here as well. And then this entire move could be our move that's going to take us up again. So it can play out in a number of ways. You just have to be, you know, vigilant.
The nice thing about it, we made our day's wages.
Yeah, and in quick time. So how's our time? Oh, it's 7:30 already. Time flies, eh? Okay, so it looks like we have actually completed that move to the upside. So a retrace of this now would be another opportunity to jump in again to catch that next move. So you can just keep doing this over and over. As long as you understand where you are in the structure, you can just continue doing that same move. I was expecting this to go a little higher, but you know, this expecting something and what it does, two different things. So
I'm showing a bit of bear divergence at this point, so I didn't really want to push it that much further.
So 5 minute. So this entire move has been retraced. Now we're going to retrace this move, and I would again look to jump in. So we're going to be right at the 199 here. So again, look to jump in. This time buying the 200s here instead when it comes back down. If it in fact comes back down at this point, I mean, this could be strong enough to push us still to the upside here. So it's a bit in a, because remember the key here is that this is the controlling 1, 2, 3. So we could still push out here without further pullback. still expecting this to make that structure move. Of course, it could take a while, though. That's the only thing. All right, so we're an hour in, so I'm going to call it a morning. And once again, I hope everybody got a little something out of this. And you can see that this actually does work.
We're going to be back this afternoon.
Yes, Vic, is that set up for this afternoon as well? Is Vic with us?
I think in my email I saw that it was set up for this afternoon.
Yes, it is.
Okay, all right, so we'll be back in 5 hours or so.
Thanks, Lennox and George.
All right.
Thank you
So
for
that's the way it works. Today was a lot faster than it was on last Thursday. I think
Yeah.
it was a slow motion type of affair, but today it just really quickly, and that's how we usually expect it to move. You know, these indices move quickly because they're full of stocks. It's got 2,000 stocks in it. You know, so they tend to move very quickly. So it's very, very odd to see on last Thursday how slowly it moved. So this was a good day. All right, so we'll come back at 3 o'clock Eastern, and we'll see how this all plays out. Thanks again, everyone.
Thank you, Lennox.
Appreciate that. Thanks, George. We'll see you all later on.